Hi, I'm Nirva Patel, and in the spirit of citizens' petitions, I have collected signatures to petition the Select Board to ban the sale of fur in Weston. The excitement of Wellesley's fur ban in 2020, along with a national movement to end this cruel industry, has inspired me to propose a bylaw in our town, and I kindly ask for your support for not only the benefit of the animals, but also people and the environment. It is important to note that the bylaw will not ban the fur that you already own. It does not ban leather, cowhide, sheepskin, fur bought online or already owned, fur sold by a private party, a nonprofit, estate sale, or pawn shop. And it does not ban fur used in religious practices or traditional tribal purposes. It only seeks to ban new fur products sold in Weston. Some of you may know Little Raspberry, who lives at Landsake Farm. My kids love feeding him clovers during the summer months. Raspberry inspires hundreds, possibly thousands of children who visit him every single summer. The animals at Landsake teach kids to love animals and appreciate the human-animal bond. Raspberry has a best friend on the farm, Henry, who is often seen taking care of Raspberry by grooming him and feeding him. They're inseparable and they have a strong bond. They can't even go to the doctor's office without each other. Weston is not a town that exploits animals. Millions of rabbits, like Henry and Raspberry, are unfortunately bred just for the purpose of fashion. Dozens of people signed this petition in our town to ban the sale of fur because many of those supporters visit Landsake. And they know that animals deserve respect and are an integral part of nature and compassion. Weston has over 900 dog licenses. That means 1 out of every 4 homes in Weston owns a dog. We love and respect animals. We're not a town that believes in torturing them. But that is sadly what happens to every single animal in the fur trade. I am not putting these images up for shock value. This is reality. This picture is from a rabbit factory where the rabbits are strung up by their back paws and hit over the head before their throats are cut. The rabbits endure incredible pain and suffering and are terrified. People often do not know this cruelty when they wear their fur hats or put on their fur jackets. And it's totally reasonable to not know this because the companies and people who profit from this cruel industry are deliberately keeping this information from you. It's hard to believe that anyone does this, but consumer demand allows it to happen every single day. We can't stop a cruel industry if we do not stop the demand. Additionally, last year, during the height of the COVID pandemic, Denmark killed 17 million mink after a variant from the novel coronavirus was detected circulating between mink and humans. Research shows that mink can be asymptomatic carriers of COVID. The only way to reduce or eliminate this risk to human health is to stop the demand of mink products, not kill 17 million of them, just stop wearing the mink coats. 20 countries have banned or severely restricted fur farming. The US has been a little slow, with only the state of California passing a state law that bans fur. Massachusetts in 2020, Wellesley banned the sale of fur, and all of them found that the marginal benefits of the business do not justify the cruelty and suffering. When I asked people in our town to support me, most of them were very enthusiastic. Some people said, "What? People still wear fur? I didn't even realize that the fur on my jacket was real. I just assumed it was fake." One woman said, "Thank you for doing this. I don't want a fur store or fur factory to set up in my town. Fur is horrible for the environment. Formaldehyde, chromium, alkyl phenol, ethoxylates, azo dyes, chlorinated phenols. These are all widely used to preserve fur. Children put everything in their mouths. I know, I have 4 of them. Imagine your child licking formaldehyde. Again, these chemicals are often unknown to the consumer. And when consumers cannot protect against powerful corporations and strong lobbying interests, our only power is to pass bylaws that protect us. All of these chemicals also have to go somewhere. They have to be disposed of. If factories do not have proper waste management systems, or if they're leaking, guess what? These chemicals go into the groundwater, which is what happened in Denmark. Fortunately, many clothing companies and major fashion houses have already responded to the cruelty of fur. Many have banned the fur completely, and others have stated their intentions to ban and phase out fur. Weston is a leader in the protection of innocent animals. While we do not have many retailers, let alone retailers that sell fur, there is no guarantee that a fur factory or major fur warehouse does not come to Weston. In fact, the COVID outbreaks have destroyed an entire industry in Denmark that may be seeking out new retail locations to set up shop. We don't know if they're looking for space in Weston, but what we do know is that Weston can remain a humane town, free of cruel practices. In 1997, 67% of voters agreed to ban the use of leg hold traps, snares, and the use of dogs and bait in hunting bear or bobcats in Massachusetts. In 2016, Weston residents voted yes by 77% on a ballot measure to ban the sale of products from pigs, calves, and hens that are unable to move around or fully extend their limbs. While those numbers reflect how the town feels about animal suffering, I still wanted to talk to the local businesses. We only really have one store that has a history of selling small little fur products. I know because I shop there and have bought presents for family. And I have to say, I was a little nervous before talking to Dale, but when I did talk to her, I was blown away. Her response said that she said, "It was great that I'm taking the initiative to accomplish a worthy cause." She also said that my passion is wonderful and provided a good opportunity for her to think about all of the products in her store. She said she was planning to review all of the products and not order any more items like fur trimmed gloves in order to live up to the agreement, to live up to the words in this bylaw. She even said that supporting the bill would make her daughter very proud of her. When I asked Dale to help me, as she is a local business in Weston, she said, "Of course, on behalf of TROVE, I enthusiastically support the proposition to ban the sale of fur in Weston." Thank you so much. I appreciate your time today. And I kindly ask you to support Article 34 and ensure that Weston remain a humane town free from the cruelties and harms of the fur industry. Thank you.